Good afternoon, OTT, back with you here Saturday afternoon, Joy Burns Arena, taking on Locomotive, coming down from Lafayette, Colorado. We've seen this team once before. That means absolutely nothing. We are fresh legs, fresh day, fresh game. Saturday afternoon, second game of the tournament, a big win in a shootout last night, bringing it down to the wire, being all kinds of dramatic and all the rest of it. But it's all fresh legs today. 3 o'clock start here at Joy Burns, and we're back on the ice this evening. Across the hallway over at the Big Boys rink at Maize Arena, taking on Kirkwood this evening. That's 5 hours from now. Right now it is game time, and it's loud in here. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me. Once that music gets shut off, it'll be better. It's a small little rink attached to Maize Arena. Oh, and before I forget, right off the hop, I apologize. I got a lot of hate mail last night from all you sausage pizza lovers out there because yesterday was National Sausage Pizza Day, and I forgot to bring it up throwing that shout out there. So I apologize everybody that sent that in. Happy National Sausage Pizza Day yesterday. We've got other happy national days today, but we'll bring that stuff up later. Let's get focused here on the game. Right at center ice, there's going to be some decent views here. Into the corners might get a little tight, but we'll do our best at Joy Burns. Harry Haviland with you, and the puck is dropped. Devin Foster at center ice. He's out there with Popovic and Medeo to start this one. Van Winkle and McGowan on D. Oh, McGowan now going into the corner, gets beat there by Locomotive. Out of the zone, picked up by Popovic. Off the boards, back to Medeo, trying to feed that one through the defensive efforts of Loco. They take it away. Lafayette dumps that one in. Van Winkle with some time as Locomotive's making some changes. Van Winkle's going to go for a wheel with this one as he takes it through center ice. Walking in as a couple guys, he's going to force this one wide into the corner. Van Winkle with it deep. Swung around by Loco on the far side, putting it out to the point, but not out as Nick Foster steps off the bench and into the play. Locomotive off the boards to the point. McGowan backhands that in, glove down. Swung over to the side by Foster, back inside the blue line. Paulin made an attempt at it. McGowan trying to dance around. Stripped away by Loco, pushing it into the corner. Being bumped and out. Foster can't shovel it hard enough to get across the blue line. Locomotive keeping it in. Blanchard now building up some speed behind his net, taking this one wide up the right wing. Blanchard continued to have it, kicks it back up to his blade. Then he decides to leave it at the DU logo at center ice. Takes it back there, drop pass, and Loco flips that one high and in, bouncing into the corner from McGowan, who retreats back behind his goal line. Up the boards to Kalergis, skating in, and then knocked down, but they keep the puck in. Couple of big hits being thrown by the Warriors D, and they get that one up to Blanchard. Blanchard comes across the blue line, fires one in from the top of the circle. A local goalie hangs onto it, whistled down with 12:04 left to go. What's that? No, I'm not getting in a fight with any parents. She's just gonna be on our video. I can't stand the whole game. I mean, I do it, but I'm a finely tuned athlete. Ooh, being bumped up hard there. Haviland back in behind the net, had one of those shootout goals last night alongside with Blanchard, who tried the same thing from the point on the last play. Van Winkle, no, Kolchevsky, sorry, keeping that in. Shot in. Haviland chasing it back out to the point, intercepts the breakout, feeds it across just under the feet of Nice. They get it out to the blue line, not clear. It was clear back inside, offside, outside, inside. Turn yourself around, do the hokey pokey, and take your left foot out. Nice still out there with Haviland and Fredette. Line was clicking yesterday, trying to find some of that magic again today. Nice angling his player off the puck, back in behind the net for Kalergis. Swinging that one around. Fredette back up to Kalergis. Has Nice ahead of him. Kalergis skating through. Has Haviland ahead of him. Kalergis still has it, working his way in. Still has it, then taken away before he can get a shot off. He goes down in the corner. The puck stripped by Loco. And they dump that one down. Icing's waved off. Got to go after it. Fredette's the first one back there. He picks up the puck. He's skating out of his own zone with it. Fredette up the right wing. Has Haviland on the far side. Fredette gets bumped, but he gets that one in deep first. Now Haviland's chasing it down. They make the breakout pass, and Foster comes off the bench, almost intercepting inside the blue line. Loco sneaks it back out across. Great defensive play there by Haviland coming back. Out to center to Foster. Foster trying to skate his way around his man. It's picked up by Medeo. Coming in, another shot, sends that one just wide. Devin Foster working his way out of the corner, centering pass, another shot. Medeo in after it. Good opportunities here. The Warriors are firing pucks. Goalie doesn't want to see any more of it. He hangs on for a face-off deep in the offensive zone for the Warriors. 10-12 left to go, 0-0 against Loco. Talking about defensive plays, new tradition, new daily game day happenings here. We can even get the OTT sending in some votes on this one maybe across the globe. The defensive player of the game, defensive play of the game, not player, play of the game, voted on by the parents is Pop's pineapple. Yes, it is an actual pineapple that a player is going to get to eat, to share, to shoot pucks at. We don't know, but it is going to be voted on by the parents and OTT Nation. If you got that, shoot a text into the OTT hotline and we'll get your vote counted in for Pop's pineapple play of the game. I talked right through that play. Good thing nothing happened until offside for Loco. And Nick Foster with those pink laces right in your big screens, right in front of the press box here at Joy Burns Arena. Flipped in by Loco. McGowan puts it across off the stick of Paulin, tipped into center ice. They wait to get onside, fire that one in deep. McGowan's now back behind his net to pick it up. Sends that one out, taken away by Loco at the blue line. Back into McGowan. Backhands that one up to Blanchard, who's got some room. Blanchard keeping it with a strong stick, taking it wide, gets a shot off. Goes through the crease and hard against the backboards. McGowan pinching it at the blue line. It jumps across, but Blanchard all the way back into his own zone for it. He's got some time here, but coming hard on him. Knocks the player off with his shoulder. And Blanchard skating across the blue line, across the red line. Taking this one into the zone. Blanchard spins, drubs the puck there, and Loco takes it, knocks it back out. McGowan's got to go skate for this one. Gets a stick to it, and then sent back all the way down into Locomotive end. Lafayette trying to come out of their own end. Kept in there by Blanchard, flipping that one ahead to Paulin, who gets it towards the back of the net. Goalie handles it with ease. Back over to the corner for Paulin. Tipped up to Locomotive. Lafayette skates through center territory. McGowan a stick on that and back to center ice. Haviland. Not Haviland, Blanchard, sorry, at center. Can't even tell who Haviland is out there. Van Winkle now. As they play back and forth hockey. No real opportunities here, and then the Warriors send it all the way down the ice. 8:06 left to go. First period action here, Joy Burns. We got a 0-0 tie against Locomotive. Pucks drop, circling back around. Kolchevsky off the boards, trying to find Nice. Gets it taken away by Locomotive. They come in. Right in front, another opportunity. Left alone in front again. Oh, and that stupid train horn follows us all the way down to DU. That should be illegal. I'm filing an official complaint on that one. Couple of rebounds there, banging away in front. They couldn't clear, giving the Locomotive some time in front of the net. That has been brought up at practice. That's been brought up by the coaches in chats. And the Warriors still trying to find a way to clean up the front of the net and force that out to the sides. Now they're trailing by one with 7:51 left to go here in the first period. Haviland sticks that up. Comes in, Nice turns it back around. Nice coming through. Staying on side, shot in, deflected behind the net. Haviland picks it up off the boards, then gets it stripped by Locomotive. And he's chasing him into the corner. They come out. Fredette backpedaling through, looking for the back check. Into the corner, Kolcheski. Circling back around, up to Fredette, past him. Shot in from the point. Loco takes it away, and Kane makes a save on that one, hanging on. Claire just getting a little talking to from the referee. I'm not sure what that's all about. But a pat on the back, and back to the bench he goes. Won by Loco. Shot in. Collected by Grimberg. Gets it to the point, but not clear. Dumped right back in. Foster tries to hammer it out. They hold it back into the blue line. Come in, and flashing the letter there was Kane, keeping that puck out of the net. And keeping this a 1-0 game. Popovic trying to win that one forward. It's taken by Locomotive again. Wide open in front, spin and score. Locomotive take a 2-0 lead here against the Warriors. Held in at the blue line, shot in, guy in front. Seems to be a pattern emerging. There's no time to get down. They're already hanging their heads. I got no use for that here. It's 6:56 left to go in the first period. 2 full periods of hockey. They started off great. Just got to light a fire and get going. Van Winkle in his own end. Foster coming back to help him out. Van Winkle reversing this back behind Kane's net. Up off the boards and flipped out to center. Medeo racing after. Foster there with them. Lafayette having some trouble knocking that one in. Medeo tying up his man behind the net. Popovic reaching for it. Tucked in. Oh, the goalie kicks that one out, and Lafayette controls. Bringing it out of their own zone. McGowan takes a swipe at it. Foster comes back, shoving his man into the corner. Now Van Winkle back to Foster. Has some time, flips it around the boards. Medeo's waiting for it. Gets knocked down. Puck stays inside the blue line. Locomotive with the pressure. Van Winkle making the attempt at the other side. Gets knocked off the puck and down, held in at the blue line. Shot comes in. Kane steers that to the side with the back of his paddle. McGowan now with a little bit of time. Puts it in front of the net. Over to the side, loose. I don't even know how to call this. Net's off as Kane had to scramble there. We'll get the score, yes, we'll get the score updated here. I don't want to, but yeah, the viewers are calling for it. And Edna in Arkansas is a little bit upset. Training new cameramen all the time. Greg helping me out today. I think DK's back on it this afternoon. He's got 3 different hockey games to be at right now. But we didn't even put the scoreboard up yesterday when DK was running it, so. Lafayette coming in 2-on-2. Breaking in, Claire just forcing them to the side. They try that pass across. Miss on the one-timer, but managed to keep this one in deep. Blanchard going after his player. Goes in behind the net. Lafayette coming out of the scrum with it. They feed it back out to the point. Managed to hold it in there at the blue line. Fires shot off. Not blocked off the boards. In front, loose. Puck is now under Kane as he scrambles to cover that one up. Under 5 minutes left to go in the period here. Your Warriors trailing 2-0. I'm Harry Haviland. Thanks for taking this Saturday afternoon to tune into the OTT Sports Network. We're live at the Joy Burns Arena for the second game of the tournament and the first one of the day for your Warriors. Blue line and shot. They'll sail that one in wide. Kolcheski loses it in front, trying to tip that. The right color jersey was in front of the net that time, firing that one back over the side. Still can't get it clear of the blue line as the pinching D keep it in. Fighting for it for Fredette. Finally bounces out. Now he's chasing after the puck. They bounce that one off the scorekeeper's clock. Kolcheski now tries getting it. Lafayette coming in. Shot deflected there by Kalergis. Haviland behind the net, back over to Claire just on the far side. Has Fredette up ahead of him. Fredette can't handle that pass. Leaves it back there for Nice, who sends it in. They are waving off icing on that. They didn't know who touched it last. Fredette into Haviland. He's got Nice in front. Haviland still has it, tries to get out in front. The goalie sticks his paddle out on that one. Fredette back behind the net. Haviland leaves that one go all the way around. Nice coming out for it. It's going to skate, come to the point where Captain gets it, gets a shot off, blocked by the skate of the defender. Now racing back on a defense. Taking this one wide in the corner. Kolchevsky forces man. They put that right through, and that comes out. Now it's out for sure. Haviland across to Fredette, coming through center. Fredette's tied up. Works his way in. He's got Nice going towards the front of the net. Gets stripped behind the Loco net. And Lafayette's coming with some heat out of their own zone. Tipped away. Back over to center. Quick turnaround there. Nice can't get it. Lafayette coming in. Poked away. Drop back to Lafayette. Caught up in the equipment there of Captain, who sends it out. Getting some changes here. Locomotive bringing everything they can here, and it's working out for them, but they go a little bit offside on that play. 3:06 left to go, and it's 2-0 first period. Popovic wins that one, pushing it forward. Medeo going after it. Can't beat the Lafayette player to the puck. Now Lafayette's coming in. Sneaking in there behind the D again. I'm just watching that player in front. Foster manages to clear the zone. Medeo comes across the ice looking for it. Tips it up. Breaking that play up. Excellent work by Medeo. Foster backhands it into the zone. They got to go chase it down. Foster's skating hard after it. He wheeling behind the net. Taken away. Good work there. All three players coming in. Oh, and then Foster gets absolutely rocked, but the ref's hand goes up. He's going to call that a rough. I don't know, it was a headshot or rough. It was a much bigger player making a hit there. Foster went down, but they're getting penalized for it. Power play unit for the Warriors going to work here with 2:28 left to go in the first. It's going to be Nick Foster, Blanchard, and Paulin out with McGowan and Van Winkle. One over to Paulin. Back out to the point. They can't keep that one in. McGowan now being chased around with it. Back up to Blanchard, who turns. Nick Foster kicks it back over to Blanchard. They're offside right now. Paulin's skating around. Feeds it back over. They reset. Van Winkle coming in across the blue line. Van Winkle shoots that one in from the top, right into the goalie's belly, and he collapses on top of it for a whistle and an offensive faceoff. Shot comes in from Van Winkle, still trying to get set up on this power play as Blanchard controls in the corner now. They find their positions. Blanchard with a sharp angled shot off the goalie's helmet into the far corner. Paulin and Foster fighting for it. Paulin comes out with it, centers that puck, and it's picked up by Lafayette. Puts it in, not deep. Van Winkle spinning quick. Harper Van Winkle gaining the blue line. Working this deep into the corner, centering pass, doesn't get past the goalie, knocks that one down, they flip it around the boards. McGowan pinching into the blue line, shoots that one in, it was deflected in front. Puck's still loose, it's under the goalie, and he dives again. Another loose puck. They can't control it. McGowan stepping in from the blue line. Shoots that one, deflected into the far corner. Paulin in there for it. Send that one all the way down the ice. That's gonna be an icing. Finally, some good pressure here from the Warriors. They still got 37 seconds left with this man advantage. Power play unit number 2 stepping onto the ice. Haviland and Fredette on the wings of Nice. Kalergis and Kolchevsky on the blue. Goalie's fixing up some equipment here. Warriors fans getting in behind them. Locomotive wins that, but Burdette was all over it. Haviland now going after it as the Loco push it up the boards. Get it out. Big hit there by Nice. Knocks the player off the puck. Kalergis has a rolling puck on his stick. Settles it down. Goes around. Kalergis in deep with it. In behind, Haviland and Nice chasing after it. Nice gets to it, can't push it through to Kolchevsky. Into Fredette, sneaking around on the backhand. Haviland, another shot, and Nice had a wide open, and the goalie dove. Another shot in from Kalergis, and a save. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable opportunities and unable to convert. You got some issues with the trying to get this thing stabilized? Or? We can spin it around if we want. We got 28 seconds left to go. We're gonna maybe figure something out in the 25 seconds now. 5-on-5 hockey, the player out of the box. Some great opportunities on that power play for the Warriors. Unable to convert, as I said. Nice bumps his player and back to center under Nice's blade. Flipped in, Haviland stops it, up to Nice. Skating through, 9 seconds left to go. They get that one outside the blue line. Should have been an offside, but they're going to send it all the way down anyway. Waving off icing as that puck flutters across the line. And the buzzer sounds. End of the first period. Warriors trailing 2-0. They got some work to do over there. Coaches huddle them all up and try and figure out how to claw their way back into this one. I forgot to mention the most interesting thing. We talked about Grimace yesterday on his birthday. Some amazing donuts after, by the way. Shout out to whoever brought those ones. But he speaks Russian. Fluent in Russian. His parents are both from Belarus and from Ukraine. Grew up speaking Russian in his house, still does. I find that amazing. Anybody that speaks a second language now, or a third language, or a fourth, is pretty good in my books. I can order a beer in 17 languages, but that's about all I can do.
Those donuts were amazing.
The donuts were amazing, yes, see? It wasn't just your typical Krispy Kreme glaze. There was some chocolate and sprinkles and nuts and berries and...
Good day to be a locker room monitor.
Yeah. Locker room monitors getting in on the action. Anybody's asking what a locker room monitor is? Yes, that's a USA Hockey Safe Sport thing. There has to be an adult present, at least at the locker room door, for every one of these minor hockey teams now. Our parents doing their great job there, volunteering, doing that, score clock, all the rest of these things that it takes a village to run a hockey team like this. Of course, Jamie Van Winkle and Kimberly Blanchard, huge shout out to our managers, keeping us all in check. They send out so many emails, I have to admit I don't read them all. But the opportunity is here for the Warriors. Come in, takes this shot and scores. That's where it's at. Medeo taking that one away, working his way in and putting the Warriors on the board. Medeo, he did. What's that?
I said, way to go, Medeo.
Way to go, Medeo. Proud Papa in the stands. I think it was him. I wasn't really paying attention. I was rambling on about something about locker room monitors. That was it. Oh, and thanking our volunteers and our managers. That's important too. It is a 2-1 hockey game though, and everybody's tuning in for that. Another opportunity here in front. That was Medeo again. Out to the point. Captain shoots. Doesn't get it all the way through. Keeping this one in at the blue line. It does get tipped right back over to Loco. They come out. Flip that one past Popovic. Steps in front of his man. Grimberg behind the net. So sneaking in, but they send that one all the way down. That can't be it. That was a pass in front of the... That was their own player that shot that in front.
Put it at center ice.
They passed that out to center and sent it all the way down.
On camera, they're all 3 millimeters high, so I can tell who's who.
That can't... They can't have... That's not an icing. Wow. That makes no sense at all, but they're trying to ask. Blanchard's in there saying, hey, you know, when you shoot it down to your own end, that's not an icing. Rule number 64-9, subsection 3C. Shot comes in by Locomotive. They pick it up off the backboards. Circling the way around. Wide open in the slot. Shot right into the belly of Kane. Nick Foster at the dot. One back in control by Locomotive. That comes out of the zone. Not all the way down the ice this time as Paulin puts some pressure on. Stick handles around and back out to center. McGowan stepping up, slowing the play down. Still picked up by Locomotive. They work their way in across the blue line and dump it in deep, skating through a couple of Warriors players. Van Winkle behind the net. Leaves that one around the other side. Warriors go back to pick it up. It's like they don't practice those reverse passes enough. Pretty sure they do that all practice long. Van Winkle forced back into his own end again. Up against the boards. Makes the pass out. Paulin finds McGowan, who's racing up. He's got Blanchard with him 2-on-2. McGowan stick handling around. McGowan shoots looking for that far side. He caught a piece of the goalie. The rebound comes out. Paulin couldn't feed it in. Locomotive around the far side. Blanchard skating with it. Drops it there. Van Winkle into the corner. Foster back out to Van Winkle. Coming in. Van Winkle backhands. And he turns back around, gets a shot out, blocked in for Blanchard into the corner. Blanchard fighting, back to Paulin. All the way back out to the point. And McGowan now going for it. McGowan puts it on his backhand. He's building up speed coming through. Enters the zone. McGowan stick handles through. Reaching for the rebound. It's underneath the goaltender. Couple of tough wheels up there by McGowan, who's breathing hard. Just unfortunately couldn't find the back of the net. Great effort. Nice, Haviland, and Fredette back on the ice with Kolcheski and Kalergis. Nice and Fredette fighting. Lafayette back out, not clear. Fredette picks it up. He's on his backhand, trying to center that one. Picked up Fredette, still fighting. Over Haviland, feeds it back out to the point. Kalergis fires one in wide. Off the backboards, Fredette chasing it down. Spin it back around, Haviland. Nobody in front, Haviland still hanging on. Out to Fredette with the shot, and oh! Nice look there, Fredette. Into the glove of the goaltender as he was trying to make it underneath. The ref's talking about the new episode of Young Sheldon. Fredette centering through the crease all the way across to the far side. Nice going after him. Dumps that down, bounces over and rolling all the way down the ice. Locomotive player wheeling down there. Gets to it, Haviland back in the back corner. Knocks it off the backboards. Kolcheski around, up the side to Fredette. Fredette finds Nice. 2-on-1 opportunity developing. Nice takes this wide to the left, and he backhands it on the goal and then looks for his own rebound. Around. Haviland has it back behind the net. Over the far side. Fredette chasing. Into the corner. Haviland trying to center. Nice was wide in front. Haviland has it again. Stick handling his way in the corner. Gets knocked off the puck. They feed that back out. Claire just can't hold it in at the blue line. And the speed of the Locomotive gets between Kolcheski and Kalergis. And Fredette gets it taken away at the blue line. Stick handle back inside their own line and then fed up the ice by Locomotive. Kalergis going after it. Picks it up. He's turning. Stops him behind his own net. Kalergis skating it out of his own zone. Finally backhands that one clear. Gives out to center ice and Locomotive pick it up at 9:27 left to go. Haviland can't keep it outside the zone. Back to Fredette, off the boards. Racing after it is Foster, trying to lift the stick. Putting the pressure on there on the forecheck. Haviland kicks it off the boards. He's holding it underneath his skate. He's still out there with Fredette, joined by Foster. Out of the zone. That one comes back in as Kalergis tries to glove it in at the blue line. Doesn't do just that. 9:06 left to go. 2-1 still. Locomotive leading your Warriors. Joy Burns Ice Arena on the OTT Sports Network. Devin Foster off the faceoff, controlling, spinning between the players. Out to the point, Grimberg's got to retreat. That one goes all the way down. How's that not an icing? Why is that not icing? I don't understand the rules. Out to the point, Popovic. Backhands it to center, going after it. Banging it, not inside the zone. Popovic finally feeding it deep. Medeo going after it. Medeo pushed off the puck. Popovic in the far corner. Feeds that out to the point. Kept in by Captain. Shoots. Oh, one finds its way all the way through to the goalie. He makes the save and hangs on for a whistle. For everybody parking their combines and tractors just to listen to this game, you've got the pigs all slopped up in a cow's milk so you can tune into the OTT Sports Network. Happy National Farmers Day. All the support going to our farmers across this great nation. National Farmers Day. Thanks for all of our farming friends. A backhand in, Paulin gets that one saved. Foster out to the point. Captain feeds that back to Grimberg, who dumps it in deep. They get onside. Nick Foster going after it with Paulin. Paulin wins the battle, skating his way into the corner. Blanchard finds it. Blanchard skating behind the net. Still has it on his backhand, back out to the point. Grimberg's got some time. Turns, fires one in, looking for a tip as Paulin gets off the goalie's pad and into the corner. Blanchard looking for the puck underneath the fallen player. Nick Foster in front, knocking that one down. Paulin reaches, racing over as Grimberg keeps that one in. It's blocked when he tried to shoot it back in. And now the Locomotive spin it back the other way. They make the pass across. Broken up by Foster. Up to Blanchard. Brady Blanchard coming in alone against three players. Backhand to the net. Goalie reaches for it. It goes through the crease. And now Nick Foster keeping it in deep as Paulin chases it behind the net. To the far side, Locomotive trying to get this one out. They do just that. It's picked up quickly by Captain, who feeds it right back over to Nick Foster. They turn onside. Foster on his backhand. Centering pass, looking for Paulin. A little too high for the swing. Again, Foster centering. Picked up by Locomotive. Stepping in off the blue line and now having a retreat back 2-on-1. Paulin on the back check. They feed that one across. And both players went after the same one, leaving the guy in front. They get the pass across, sneaking in behind Kane, and that stupid train horn goes off again. Do we have to, does this tighten if we do this? That might help. Make it a little bit better for you?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
I don't know how to turn and try to keep.
Yeah, I don't know. Ever since Sharon ran that camera, the tripod hasn't worked the same. Fredette dumping that one in deep. Haviland Nice going after it. 6:40 left to go here in the second. Now a 2-goal deficit once again. All the way to the far side. McGowan holding at the blue line, flips it back into the corner. Haviland's waiting for it. Leaves it for Fredette, who goes down behind the net. Player falling on top of him. Now Nice putting the pressure on. Van Winkle's going to step in from the corner. Gets it over to Nice. Haviland keeps it at the blue line. In front, bouncing puck. Tied up there was Fredette. He couldn't get a stick on it. He chases it back. Nice backhands to the front. Locomotive hard around the far side. Van Winkle keeping it in. Gets a shot intercepted by Locomotive and shot down the ice. McGowan chasing after it. Backhands that one to the F2 from Loco, who was skating in. Back out to the point. Locomotive, another shot. Screened in front. Just about through there. I don't know if Kane got that or was off the pad of the player. Another block shot by McGowan in front. Haviland going after it. Kept in there by Lafayette. Spinning behind his own net. Van Winkle trying to get it out. Kept in by Locomotive. Back over to Nice. Out to the blue line. Steps in. Takes a shot. Ooh. Tip in front by the Loco player. McGowan hammered up against the boards. Fighting for it. Nice to Haviland, who turns. Relieving the pressure. Dumps it down all the way. Waved that one off. It just didn't even get to there. There's dirty ice here in the second period. Managing to get the players changed up, but the Locomotive come back quickly. Into Kane and a save. 5:04 left to go. Second period action. Joy Burns Ice Arena. Harry Haviland with you on this Saturday afternoon. And we will be back with you at 8 o'clock tonight. You guys got time to get those chores done, prune those trees and reshingle the house, clean the chimneys, get ready for wintertime. But back on the air, and we expect you guys back in front of your big screens, your IMAXs, your camera phones, your whatever it is, 8 o'clock at Magnus. Lots left in this one, though, as that one goes back in offside, and your Warriors have got to dig deep. Reaching for it's Claire just in his own end. Up the boards. Madeo had to stop, spins back, kicks it around, and then he's tangled up with two Locomotive players. Foster comes in to help out. Devin Foster up the boards to Madeo, pass intercepted. Locomotive put the pressure. Out to the point, not out, shot in. Off a player and into the far corner. The attempt here by Popovic flips it off the boards. And Devin Foster goes across and he makes a pass just outside the blue line as Madeo is streaking into the offensive zone. Nick Foster again right in front of you. They sneak in, get pushed back. Paulin off the draw. Over to Blanchard. He's got it on his backhand. Blanchard working his way in deep, gets it sticked off. Now he's banged up against the boards. Foster and Paulin trying to keep this one in. Paulin on the back check. Great job breaking that play up. It comes back out. Shot in. Kane. Oh! Puck was loose. The Lafayette player did not see it. Lafayette off the net, centering pass. It's under Kane. They're still poking at it. Blow the whistle. Kane's asking the ref, hey, when I've got the puck, do you mind blowing it? Blows a quick one there. Kane and the ref discussing on how long he's got to have the puck before he blows the whistle. Then he looked to come to some sort of an agreement. Then he skate over to the faceoff dot for another one. One to Paulin trying to skate his way out. Gets it knocked away. Grimberg back to Foster, who gets it out. That's offside and a whistle down. 3:24 left to go. And the Warriors got to find some kind of momentum here. Pressure seeming right now to be in their defensive end as the Locomotive win another one up off the glass. Grimberg looking for Paulin, out to the blue line, kept in there. Bouncing puck still controlled by Lafayette. Finally taken away. Paulin comes across the red line, fires that one in around the boards. He and Blanchard look to chase it. It's left there by the Lafayette goaltender. Blanchard up against the back of the net to Paulin. Paulin gets taken down. Blanchard going after it. Locomotive with some time now as Nice comes off. They clear the zone. 3-on-2 as they enter. Locomotive shooting. How many players can you have on the ice? Offside. Oh, he's gonna get a rough. Blanchard's going to the box for that hit. Got away with too many men there, I think, as well, as they were making a change. I went back and rewatched last night's game where they skated with 6 players for 38 seconds. Unbelievable. And the other one that was off the bench touched up, missed a couple there, but that's all in the past. Now they got to kill off a penalty here. It's Nice and Haviland making their attempt at it. Speedy Locomotive player gets back to the puck first as Warriors put a little bit of pressure on, forcing that pass up to center. Coming in with some room, skating through the slot in front and under Kane. Some pushing and shoving in front of the net here. There's a puck was underneath Kane. They continue to dig. Defense took a little bit of an exception to that. Captain protecting his goaltender and his crease. Maize and Haviland staying out there with McGowan and Van Winkle. Maize gets this one out and does a good job. No icing there as Haviland's chasing this one down. Goes hard into the corner. Maize pinching it up against the boards, trying to kill the precious seconds off this clock. Minute 19 left in the penalty. Coming across, off the boards. Van Winkle feeds it into himself, coming through. Van Winkle gets a shot off, just goes over the crossbar. Haviland's putting some pressure in the corner. Centering that, couldn't pick it up and tipped away. Maize fans on the attempt to dump it in. Van Winkle taking his man in, and that's going to be just offside by the Locomotive. 54 seconds left to kill off this penalty. $1:26 left in the second period. 3-1 still a score. Locomotive leading your Warriors. Foster and Fredette take the ice here. Trying to shovel it out is McGowan. Brings around the far side. Fredette chasing. D-man pinches in. Keeps his foot up against her. Pestered by Fredette. And then flipped out of the zone by Foster. Kane slides out. Kicks his pad into the puck, which pushes it over to the side. Fredette can't get it out. It's lost in his skates. Oh, that's McGowan, sorry. Couldn't get it out. Now it's Fredette. Up off the boards to Foster. Flips that one forward. He loses his stick in the meantime. And now a Locomotive getting set up with 12 seconds left to go in this power play. They skate through a few players at center ice, working their way into the corner, being pressured by Van Winkle. Centering pass wide open. Now here comes Foster. He's got Van Winkle with him. Foster, a back check, and then the hammer across. The penalty is over. 25 seconds left to go, and Van Winkle's in deep. Fredette trying to keep that one in. Blanchard coming back. McGowan's going to be to it. Backhands that one, not clear of the zone. Lafayette keeping that one deep. Under 10 seconds left to go. Wide open in front. Kane's reaching for it. Oh, that would have been a heartbreaker. With 3 seconds left on the clock, Kane's doing his job, keeping the pucks out of the net. I'm not sure what shots are, but I'm sure he's seen a lot more than the goalie in the black jersey on the other side of the dice. Is it?
That might have been hard for them to see with the continual obstruction.
Yeah, it might be a little bit. Oh. Yeah, we're even getting text in on the line. I'm sure she could move one row, but not getting into it.
There's a whole section open.
We'll get set up here going into the third. Wow, getting this in too. Congratulations, Avery, winning again at her dance competition.
Awesome.
2 days in a row up in Broomfield, a local Irish dance fesh. She heads off to London, England next week for the British National Championships. And we just lost 17 viewers because they're not interested in dance, they're interested in hockey. Still keeping those numbers up there, 22,412, not bad for a Saturday afternoon tilt at Joy Byrne. But still another period of hockey left to go here. I'm not sure what they've got to do, but I know what they got to do. They got to score. And they got to get the puck clear of their zone. They're having a really hard time getting it past the blue line. Lafayette's doing a good job keeping it in there. Adeo and Popovic on the wings. That can only mean Foster's coming out to center them with Kolchevsky and Kalergis. Kane skates back over to his third period stance. We got 14 minutes on the clock and we're ready to go. Foster winning that one cleanly back to Kolchevsky. D to D, Kalergis goes rink wide over to Popovic, gets it and dumps it in deep. Foster's not afraid to chase that one down, goes in hard. Medeo's stepped into the play along the boards there. I can't even see over there, so That one's all the way down. That's going to be an icing call by Lafayette. 13:38 left to go. My apologies for coughing into the microphone. One back out. Clergus shoots that one. It's blocked off the ankle, and now they turn it around 3-on-2. Coming back. Clergus breaking that one up. Out to Foster. Back to Medeo. Can't get it through center ice. Goes in deep. Clergus chasing it down in his own end. Clergus drops that one back to Kolcheski. Cycles it back the other way. Feeds it to Medeo, who's looking for Clergus coming through. Intercepted briefly. Clergus back in his own end. Oh, just behind Medeo. That one sends all the way down. That's going to be an icing as he didn't tag up on it through the neutral zone. And we want some more time off this clock, going all the way back down into Kane's end. Foster, Blanchard, and Paulin out there. One by Locomotive into the center of the ice now. Paulin spins and gets it out. Foster leaving it there. And Paulin dumping it in hard. There's no icing on that one. Foster chasing it down into the corner. Nick Foster going after it. Breaking the play up. Blanchard putting a stick on it. Lafayette swings it around to the other side. They don't go up the boards, they go back behind their net. Paulin's still pestering them there. Leads them into the waiting arms of Blanchard. They put it past him off the boards and then clear the zone. Grimberg picks it up, makes a crisp pass over to the Lafayette player, and then Holland can't swing at it. Grimberg doing a good job breaking that play up though. Blanchard now backhanding that through traffic over to Paulin, gets it in deep. Lafayette puts it right back out of the zone. Captain skating back into his end. No icing on that, of course. Captain in his own zone, around the boards. Blanchard sees that one go past him. Icing waved off. They go back in and pick it up. Lafayette in their own zone. Locomotive picking up some speed. Send that one down. Captain, can't get it as a bouncing puck of Grimberg. Doesn't go all the way out. Grimberg goes hard into the corner. Locomotive controlling behind the net, looking for the blue line, taken away by Grimberg. Out to the blue line now, shot coming in, looking for the tip, knocked down. Captain loses it in his skates. Player on the ice, falling back to Locomotive, back to the point. Firing this one back into traffic. Kane sees it, rebound, and they score. Gotta get the pucks out of the zone. Another loose puck in front being cleaned up by Locomotive. They go up now 4-1 with 11:16 left to go. Still time to get things going. They can't get down on themselves. Get wheeling, get hungry, get fighting. They dump it in. McGowan for Austin Neese. He's got some room. Well, that's Fredette, sorry, being chased down now by Haviland and Neese. Fredette gets the shot off, rebound, out to Locomotive. In front, puck is loose. They can't find that rebound because it's underneath the goaltender. They get a couple of shots on net though, putting the pressure back in the Locomotive end. Trying to build off of that rush with Neese at the faceoff dot. Around for Fredette, keeping the pressure in. Eli Fredette with Haviland in front, and he finds him! Yes! Fredette with the beauty pass in front. Haviland taps that one past him, clawed back to within 2. Wow, what a pass. You know, Fredette doesn't always get apples, but when he does, he loves to sauce them. Foster, Medeo, and Popovic out there. Looking to build up on it. seeing what they can do. Taken away by Popovic, working his way in. Noah Popovic goes to the backhand. Centering pass in behind the net. Foster racing after it. Out to the blue line and out. Goes past McGowan. Pop going after it. Kick back out. In front. Oh, getting there in time. It was Madeo. Out to the blue line. Lafayette shoots. Knocked down in front. Madeo after it in the corner. His stick's lifted. Controlled by Locomotive. Centering out to the blue line. Stepping into the circle. Another shot. Diving play there by Popovic. Blocking that shot. Unbelievable. Might have a potential pineapple coming for that one. Oh, missing on the one-timer. Locomotive still deep in the Warriors zone. Out to the point. Another shot in. Pad saved by Kane. And there is a penalty against... Penalty? Ref talking to McGowan. So it looks like McGowan's going to the box for a rough. Oh, 9:41 left to go, trailing by 2 here. The Warriors are going to be killing off a penalty. Five on 4. Kolcheski with control in behind his own net. Up to Madeo, off the boards, bounces out of his reach, kept in by Lafayette. Glove down by Kalergis. Big Kalergis coming out, trying to get this one across the red line. Foster pokes that away. Devin Foster doing a good job putting a little bit of pressure on here. Lafayette's trying to get it out of their own zone with 1:38 left to go in their power play. Madeo gets a stick tangled up in there, and Kolchevsky center backhand off the side of the post and out. Racing, Madeo, can he beat him? Going after it. Great hustle there by Madeo. Doesn't get to the puck first, but that's as fast as I've seen him skate. Now he doesn't turn it down. Comes back on the back check, picking this one up again. Makes a pass over. Kalergis killing some time. Off the boards. Nick Foster, self-pass up the boards, gets this one in deep. Doing a great job killing this first minute off. 58 seconds left to go in the man advantage for Lafayette. Locomotive, it's taken away at the blue line. They regain control, make the pass across. Turn, shoot, into Kane, scoops that one up and hangs on. Liking what I'm seeing here on the penalty kill. A shorthanded goal would just top it off, though. Face off won by Lafayette. They keep it in at the blue line. Take the shot through traffic and hope to the side of the net. Trying to get themselves set up. Blanchard takes a swipe at it. Kalergis in the corner. Back over to Blanchard. He's got the rolling puck. He gets it clear of the blue line. They get onside. Wasn't that off? Maybe not offside? I swear that came out. Out to the blue line. Held in there again by Locomotive. They set up behind the net, tipped away by Kolcheski. Another shot comes in. Kane saw that one coming, scoops it up again. Hanging on for another face-off over to his side with 7:47 left to go. 2-goal deficit yet to climb out of here by the Warriors. Neeson Haviland with Grimberg and Captain. Out to the point. Shot comes in. A save by Kane as they're digging for it. Kane covers up. That finishes off the penalty. We're back to 5 on 5 for the final 7:39 of the third. Burdette joining Neeson Haviland, and he's the one with the puck. Can't get it through, dives for it. Neeson can't get it out. Neeson and Burdette both fighting for it, and it sneaks across. Neeson coming through, makes the pass up to Haviland, flips a weak bouncing puck towards the goalie, who finally covers up on it as Burdette was going, or Neeson was going looking for a rebound. Didn't I just say there was 7:39? Did they not start the clock? I don't know. I say a lot of things. Part of those 22,000 viewers, we got some people from North Carolina. Good to see you online with us. Friends over in Zimbabwe texted. They said they couldn't make it for this game, but they will be live with us tonight at 8 o'clock. Good to see the worldwide support for this Arapahoe BAM. Haviland clear of the point. Nice going after it. Icing waved off. Nice battling. Fredette joining. Haviland in the corner. Fredette chasing him behind the net. Fredette angling his man off the puck. Gets his stick wrapped up in there. They get it to the blue line. And Grimberg backs up. They make the pass across. Haviland skating back into the play. Captain going after it. Captain to the blue line, not out. Nice and Haviland trying to shovel it through the blue line. Tied up in a bunch of players' skates. They get it free. And Fredette's got one guy to beat. Eli Fredette skating in. Fredette off his backhand and tucks it. Wow, what a goal! Eli Fredette not giving up, reaching and burying it. Oh, wow, within one goal now. 4-3 is the score. They still got 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go on the clock. The fans of the Warriors getting on their feet behind this team. Can they keep this up? 3 forwards right in front of us. Popovic poking it ahead. Pop still has it. Takes an elbow to the face and off the glass. McGowan backhanded up. Oh, Popovic was right there. It was knocked down by Foster. Medeo chasing back after it. Popovic breaks that up. Kane covers up. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Asking each other for their apple pie recipes. Nobody wants to give up Grandma's secret recipe, apparently. Face off, one out to the point. Locomotive tipped that one in. Intercepted by Devin Foster, clears the blue line. Medeo chasing over it into the far side. Leaves that one there for Foster. Gets the offensive zone right back out. Picked up by Van Winkle. They get on side. Van Winkle centering. Foster shooting. Puck still loose. Van Winkle still in deep. Out to the blue line. McGowan holding. Pass that back over to Foster. McGowan now taking his turn inside the blue line. All the way around the far side. Van Winkle keeping that one in. Just briefly, those, the Lafayette Locomotive skate across the red line. Come in, McGowan's looking to line his man up. Loose puck shot. Kane comes across, makes the rebound save there. DJ Kane coming up big with a little over 5 minutes left to go here in the third. Nick Foster, one ahead, but then pulled back to the blue line. Shot comes in, deflected wide, Clairgis around the far boards. Goes past Paulin and picked up. Blanchard loses it in his skates, just couldn't find that puck. Glove down by Kolchevsky. Outside the blue line, kicking and fighting for it in front of the Warriors bench here. Few more sticks and skates get involved. Keep it out of the zone, but right back over to Lafayette. They set up. Taken away there by Foster. Foster getting it in deep. Blanchard looking for it. They put it back over to Foster. It goes under him. Out to the point. Van Winkle shooting that one in. Picked away. The Kolchevsky, sorry. Skating around. Kolchevsky breaking that up before they gained any momentum. Back over to Kolchevsky. Bounces that one across over Clairgis' stick. He still has some time with it as the Locomotive makes some changes. Feeds that one up to Foster. Through to Blanchard. Blanchard back across to the blue line. Kept in. Shot in by Kolchevsky. Puck is loose in front. Still digging for it. Blanchard behind the net. Wrap around. Taken away by Locomotive. Diving for it was Foster. Locomotive whip on one, but then they've got a 3-on-2 the other way. Turning it into a 2-on-2. Coming in on Claire, just gets a stick involved, breaks it up. Can't get it out of the zone though. Still keeps it inside the zone. As Paulin comes, takes his man off the puck. Back Kolchevsky fighting in his corner. Paulin with him. Players going down. Paulin flips it around the far side. Locomotive going to be the first ones there for it. Paulin still battling. Kalergis into the corner, to the point. Blanchard breaking that pass up. Kalergis feeds it to Nice. Kyler Nice one-on-one. He's got Kalergis with him. Cho tries to get that one across. Blanchard swipes. Doesn't get the clean shot out. Blanchard still in there deep. Takes another shot. That one goes all the way across. Kalergis on the back end, keeping it in deep. Nice behind. Out to Grimberg at the blue line. Keeps that one in. Cross-checked and knocked down. There's Haviland in front of the net with no call. Blanchard in front. Haviland's looking for it. And he takes his shot to the head for it. Looking for a rebound. 2 minutes and 59 seconds left to go on the ticker. 4-3 is a score. Locomotive up on your Warriors. Digging this one back. There's only 6 teams in this tournament. I don't know how standings go, but I think you got to win at least a couple if you want to play tomorrow. Nice, Haviland, and Fredette. Another face-off win by the Locomotive, but it comes out to the point. Captain manages to keep that one in. Nice dodging a hit, kicking it into the corner. Haviland can't center that one through the defenseman who's up on top of him in the corner. Nice helps him out. Spinning back to Haviland. It was a little bit too far as he was turned. And now 3-on-2 the opposite direction. Here comes Lafayette. Captain breaking that one up, but they go offside at the blue line. Keeping this one out. They can do it. I can see it in their eyes as they're right below the press box here. Nice. Out. Haviland pushes it ahead. Kai Haviland coming in on a break. Works his way through. Gets tripped up, and there's going to be a penalty. Tripping. Penalty shot. Oh, he does draw the penalty, though, as he was going hard towards the net. Going to be a power play opportunity here for the Warriors. Wondering if the coaching staff's going to use this opportunity to call their timeout with 2:26 left to go. They're just going to allow for the momentum to continue, though. 5-on-4, 2:26 left to go. Pop's pacing over there. Nice in for the faceoff. Being bumped off there by Fredette. Haviland in the corner. Out to the blue line, kept in by Captain. Looking for a tip in front off the blade of Fredette. Haviland turns, shoots. Oh! Off the pad of the goalie. The far side. Keeping that in. Good job by Nice. Back to Fredette. They can't clear the zone. Off of Nice, Haviland. Finally. That goes all the way down the ice. That's got to be an icing call. And they're going to bring this one down. A little under 2 minutes left to go now. 1-goal game. With the man advantage. What are they going to do? I am on the edge of my seat right now. 154 on the score clock ticker, but I don't know how much life I got left on my ticker if they keep doing this to me. Van Winkle shoots, blocked, out! Van Winkle ties his man up, keeping this one out. Popovic coming back, taken away. Foster checks up at the blue, or Van Winkle checks up at the blue line. Goes in, it's under the goaltender. Medeo was hot on the doorstep, nothing loose for him to pick at. But it's going to be Devin Foster out there with Medeo on the other wing, Popovic at center, McGowan and Van Winkle on the point. 1:11 left to go in this penalty for the Locomotive. A shot comes in, goes wide. Medeo battling Foster with him. 2-on-1 in the corner. Foster back over to Medeo. Can't keep the handle on him. McGowan keeps it to the blue line. Graham McGowan with the shot loose in front. Pop couldn't get to it. Van Winkle keeps it in. Shooting, looking for a tip. Oh, it was wide open on the other side. Sent all the way down by Loco. Oh. Furious action here in front of the goaltender. They're getting the shots off. And timeout is finally called by the Warriors. And I have a feeling they may be pulling Kane here as he goes into the bench. And the extra attacker is going to be set to coming on the ice. They're drawing up the play on the whiteboard. If the OTT can spring for some better camera gear, we'd be able to zoom in and see what play they're trying to make up there. Sorry, just checking the hotline there. I got all kinds of texts. I can't answer all of them. I can't answer all those questions. I can't reply to all of them. Here we go. Blanchard, Foster, Paulin, Kolcheski, Kalergis, and Fredette. Net is empty. 1:12 on the clock. 6-on-4 opportunity for the Warriors. Foster ties his man up, keeping it in deep. Out to the blue line, kept in. Kolcheski flips that one back in. Blanchard going after it, off the glass. Locomotive, they go past Kalergis, backhands it back to himself, beating it up to Blanchard. Can't take that one wide. Locomotive player all over him. Fredette, and then Loco player getting sticks up. Eli Fredette banging against the back of the boards. Out to the blue line. Kolcheski shot in, it's blocked. They flip that one down, it's going wide of the net. Oh, off the post. You couldn't see it. We were all watching. Here comes Madeo racing up the ice, 28 seconds left to go. Penalties over, it's gonna be 5-on-4, or 6-on-5. Sorry, trying to center that one. Over to the corner, Fredette, centering tip, oh! Just sailed wide of the net. Net still empty, Blanchard dangling at the blue line. Keeps that one in. Shoots it in, goes wide of the net. Mateo behind, all the way back out to the point. Kaler just stepping in through the legs of the player. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, no seconds. They came back and they're a little disappointed as sticks are being thrown. I don't know. Hard-fought game here. Down to the wire, but those couple of goals early were the difference. Lafayette Locomotive coming out with a 4-3 victory over your Warriors. We've got one more game to go this evening. We're going to take a little bit of a break. What time is it now? It's 4:11. We got ourselves a few hours. Going to go get a little bit of a team dinner in, potentially a beverage, and play some pinball. And then we're going to be back on the ice over at Magnus Arena, 8 o'clock, taking on the Kirkwood Stars, a team out of St. Louis. This one's all said and done. Thanks to Greg for helping me out today. On behalf of everybody at the OTT Sports Network, I'm Harry Haviland, and I'm signing out.